this comes as a big shock and surprise to the oil market. Simmering, festering tensions between the U.S. And Iran had been the theme of 2019, and nobody was expecting that to go away. But this sort of an audacious attack, I think it's highly provocative. This maybe perhaps short of a direct strike on Iranian territory was nobody's base case scenario. So what we've seen today, we have seen, of course, a 3% spike in crude prices. But having done that, the gains seem to have stalled a little bit. And I think from here on, the question for the oil market, twofold. First of all, we've had some rhetoric, as you were just recounting, from Iran, where the market needs to see what exactly Iran will do. Is there retaliation, revenge, what form it will take? And on another level, if there is a worst-case scenario to be factored in, the oil market is going to have a hard time imagining what that worst-case scenario will look like.
And so what could that worst-case scenario look like, Vandana, to your mind, given the understanding that you have of the situation, and given that, one is talking about the retaliation from Iran largely being focused towards disruption or bringing about disruption in the oil market. And the two sensitive areas that come to mind when you think about disrupting oil supplies is, of course, the Strait of Hormuz and the Persian Gulf.
Yeah, absolutely. So those sort of disruptions, the oil market already handled them, experienced them through 2019. We had the tanker attacks in May and June. That raised the premium, the fear of vital, nearly a third of oil supplies of the world that flow through the Strait of Hormuz. And then, of course, we had the attacks against major Saudi oil fields that took out 6 million barrels per day in a matter of moments. What the oil market, however, has not factored in through 2019 is let's call it the worst-case scenario, like an all-out war in the Middle East, because then in the most extreme, you would have to reckon perhaps a fourth of global oil supplies being somehow being prevented from reaching the oil markets. I would stress the point, however, that even after today's incident, I don't think that remains the base case scenario for anybody in the oil market. I do personally feel that Iran and the U.S., despite what has happened, will show restraint. I think neither of them, and let alone any of the neighboring countries in the Middle East, want an all-out war. That would just not go in anybody's favor.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.